Somebody come get 'em. They're too old for TikTok.
Hello and welcome to Too Old for TikTok. Thank you for tuning in. We have a lot of good TikToks to talk about today. And Catalina, how are you doing? How are you feeling?
How am I feeling? I'm feeling fine. This past weekend, I went to see Charli XCX.
Oh my God, right. How was she?
She was so good. My favorite part of the show was my friend and I played a drinking game where every time she or Troye Sivan said Columbus, we took a drink because it was so many times.
Oh, wow. So were you a good drunk or were you blackout?
Oh, no, I was like a good drunk. I only
Great.
had 2 tall boy White Claws.
That's very little for
Well,
you.
I'm skinny.
Yeah.
But also, it was really funny. My friend went to go order a third drink for us, and they had ran out of White Claws because of the crowd. It was and she goes, big White Claw crowd.
Is it because it was a lot of younger people?
No, it was because it was the girls and the gays, and we love our claws.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't love a claw, really.
Yeah, but if you were choosing between, I think what was good about the White Claw is it was like a tall boy, and it was, I don't know, whatever absurd
and you could
price.
sip on it. It's fun for a concert.
Whereas the liquor drinks
I
are
like
like
that.
$24. Like, I don't want to, I know I'm probably going to have 2. I don't want to spend $50.
Yeah.
So,
makes
but then she got a
sense.
third drink, which was, she got a Bud Light. And I was like, I don't want this.
I support that.
No, I didn't like it. And then she just strolled out of the venue with it. Oh, but
Columbus, no rule following.
well,
there.
in terms of TikTok, what has been making me laugh is, first of all, I was looking at like people commenting on Charli XCX and Troye Sivan's TikToks while the show was happening or that day of the show. And someone was like, try Cincinnati chili while you're in Ohio. And I told my friend, I was like, this bitch is getting on a flight to New York City the second she leaves the stage.
Yeah, she's getting the fuck out of Columbus.
And there was a really funny meme that went around the internet where she did post something. It was like she put a geotag being in New York City, and someone wrote like, got the fuck out of Ohio as fast as possible.
Oh, yeah. You know who's in Columbus now? Ben told me Sabrina Carpenter
She
has a
played
concert
last
there.
night.
Oh, I would love to see her in concert.
The flights, the tickets were very expensive.
Probably
the tickets for Charli XCX were expensive. Our seats were fine. Like I would have liked to be closer. I would not have liked to be in the pit. But
no, we're too old for the pit.
Last night was her show in Madison Square Garden, and she brought out Lorde. She brought out Addison Rae.
I haven't seen any of this content
I've seen
yet. I must be behind. I'm going to get it all in 2 days.
I've seen so much of it. So yeah, she really, the girl who started the Apple Dance on TikTok did the Apple Dance.
Oh, that's fun.
So she really pulled out all the stops. So Columbus was like a little sad stop right before, Madison Square Garden, but I enjoyed. Yeah. And I was seeing like what famous people were there, and Kyle MacLachlan was there.
Do I know that person?
Yeah, you do.
Is that a country singer?
No, he's an actor.
Who is that?
He was in Twin Peaks.
Oh, I see. Oh, I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I like him a lot. Yeah.
He was there, and so was Benny Drama.
Yes.
But that's because
in Columbus?
Well, as we know, Benny Drama is boyfriend of Terry, who is Charli XCX's like photographer, and they're all friends.
Right.
And Benny Drama is doing a new show with Connie Britton and Kyle MacLachlan. And so I think probably like he went to see his boyfriend
definitely
and then
filming.
So
great.
Yeah.
Well, we had a parallel experience this weekend in that we were apart, but we both tried the Coke Zero Oreo soda. I won't get it again. Let's just say that. It's not my favorite. I didn't mind it as much as I think you did. To me, it just tasted like a vanilla Coke with chemically Oreo, basically.
Yeah, that's what everyone has said to me, that it tasted like vanilla Coke with Oreo. I wasn't really tasting the vanilla Coke. I was mostly tasting the Oreo. And I think I was just not in the mood for it either. So I didn't even like have the tolerance for something gross. I didn't like it. Someone messaged me on Instagram that they liked it.
Yeah, I wouldn't go far as to say I liked it. I finished the whole bottle because I paid like over $3 for it at a CVS in Herald Square.
Oh, I got mine on sale at Kroger, but I think it was $150.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But you know what? I said it's a
I got
small, it was
ripped
also a
off.
can, like a skinny can.
Oh, see, I think that also messed with me because mine was in a bottle and bottles don't taste as good.
Well, my can tasted like ass, so I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I've gotten some positive reviews on it from people. The main thing that was a positive experience for me with the Coke was that I got to create content on Instagram like I used to, which is like very ugly video content. And it just really brought me back. I feel like I need to do that more.
You do. It's very engaging and you have fans. So you should definitely do it more and you should start posting it on TikTok.
I don't want the haters to come for me.
The trolls are always out there.
The trolls do be out there.
They do. What's been on your For You page?
What has been on my For You page? Well, I saw a very funny video by Jessica Stahl 31 about her email signature.
This is the story of how I found out that every email that I've sent since I was 10 years old has had the auto signature, "I'm in love with Justin Bieber's new haircut." I did know that I had this signature on my email, but I thought that it was optional because when I went onto my laptop and emailed people from there, it showed it at the bottom and I just simply deleted it every single time. On my iPhone, which is where I send most of my emails from now because my job doesn't really involve a lot of emailing. It's just more like confirming, okay, I'll be there at this time, back and forth. It just says at the bottom, sent from my iPhone, nothing about a signature. I just delete that. I say from Jessica. Should I have deleted it a long time ago because I was fully aware that it existed? Yes, I should have. But honestly, I wanted to just keep the memories of like loving Justin Bieber like that. Knowing that it's there, I've always been very meticulous to when sending an email from my computer to just simply delete it.
So basically, her email signature said that she loved Justin Bieber's new haircut, but like for 10 years?
Yeah, and she would manually delete it every time, but didn't realize the end of the video is that she doesn't realize that if you press the 3 dots at the end of the email, that's what shows up because it was just stuck in her signature settings.
Even if you manually delete it?
Yes,
really?
Yeah, so she was manually deleting it. Yeah, it rolls up. It's crazy.
Oh, I've been doing that.
Oh, so this is a learning on TikTok then.
Yeah, it's just on my Gmail. I have a signature and now I'm like, I need to get rid of it. It's stupid. It's like not even my current position, but I'm just lazy. I need to like find out where it is and figure out how to delete the signature. I should put I'm in love with Justin Bieber's new haircut.
You should. That reminds me, this weekend I was on set and I was talking to friends I worked with on a movie like 10 years ago. The movie was called Unreachable by Conventional Means. And so that was in my signature, but people thought it was just like this weird thing that I was saying I was unreachable by conventional means. And I was like, no, that's just the name of the movie I'm working on. It was an embarrassing time, but luckily it was only a few months.
I just don't even know what my setting, like I don't even know how to get to settings on Oh, no, it's right there. Okay.
It's pretty easy. Yeah, you can do it. I have faith in you.
I'll do it. I'll delete my signature and that'll be that. Good.
All right. What else has been on your FYP?
I've also received today a little jingle by a gentleman named Sponge Mike 123 about credit card points.
Everybody has that one friend who whips their credit card out when the meal ends. She says it's way too hard to split it 7 ways so we can put it all on my chase. She's saying that she'll Venmo. But baby girl, I know your M.O. Cause she wants the points. She wants the points. Greedy little girl, she wants the points. Like a girl boss spider pouncing on her prey, she waited patiently and got her way. Cause she wants the points. She wants the points. Like a Dementor, but just for points. She acting like it's a charity act, but we're paying for her flight back. I actually don't have an issue with this. I don't want to have to deal with splitting the bill.
This is very us. Mm-hmm. We love credit card points, but I've not been fighting people about it. I say, you know what, if you want to pay, just pay all Venmo.
Well,
you know, I'm a little more easygoing about it these days.
I also think we're all very upfront about it because we disclose the fact that we know that what we're doing is trying to earn points.
Right. We know that we're not doing a favor.
The only time that I am pushy about it is when I've gotten a new card and I'm trying to meet the limit.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm like, whatever.
Exactly. But you would hope your friends would want you to make the limit. So it's a real group effort.
Of course. And we all benefit when we have credit card points, because then that's how we get to go see each other.
Exactly. Which, speaking of, I'm going to book my flight with credit card points to New Orleans in January with Ashley, friend of the pod, and you. It's going to be such a fun little girls trip.
And maybe we'll get Caprese martinis at Pal's.
Oh, I forgot about those. We must.
I think, sidebar, I had a disgusting drink this weekend.
Besides the Oreo Coke?
Yes, it was a cocktail. It was
that's upsetting.
at actually this bar, the restaurant that we went to, that I've decided I've soured on them. We got
Which
like the
one?
fried chicken. It's kind of like an upscale restaurant. It's like,
Oh, yeah, we
it's
went
good,
the last
it's
night.
cute.
Yeah, it was
I
good.
decided I'm sick of places in Columbus that are priced like their New York City prices. And what really set me off was on their menu, their large format option was a Branzino for $70.
$70 for a Branzino.
How big is that Branzino? Because I got a
it better be feeding two people.
I got a
for $70.
I got a Branzino. I actually went on Instagram to confirm the Branzino at Ugly Baby in Brooklyn is $35.
And it's probably the same
and
size.
I'm sitting here I didn't pay that. I didn't buy the Branzino, but that set me off. Then I got this cocktail that was like infused with masa, like tortilla dough.
Okay. Oh, I wouldn't like that.
But it had
That's like yeast.
But the other descriptions were like pineapple, grapefruit. And so I thought that it was going to be more citrus forward, and then like a little bit of like a subtle masa taste. And then there was like an oil on top, like an oil floater. Ugh,
an
so
oil
disgusting.
floater. Ooh.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
the Caprese Martini had an oil floater.
True, but it was amazing.
I know, and this was garbage, like hot garbage. I hated it. Actually, this is a trend. So I had a drink at another place in Columbus that I continued to like that was kind of like described as a margarita but made with tomatillo. So I think I get drawn in by something that seems sort of margarita adjacent and has some references to citrus. And then whatever the funky element is in it, I'm just like fully disgusted by it. But I've come to the conclusion that my favorite drinks are gimlets, and that's that.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. What is in a gimlet?
Gin, lime, or lemon.
And tonic?
No.
Oh, I gotta order me some gimlets.
Gimlets
are
really good.
Yeah, I like a gimlet.
Now I need to look up the ingredients of a traditional gimlet.
I like a Vesper.
What's that?
I had a really good blueberry whiskey drink yesterday.
Oh, a gimlet is half... Okay. A description in the 1953 Raymond Chandler novel, The Long Goodbye, stated that a real gimlet is half gin and half Rose's lime juice and nothing else. So I think basically
you like simple
I like drinking lime juice.
Yeah.
I like limeade.
Great. Okay.
What about you, Dina? What's the vibes on your FYP?
My FYP, I got a video that's a callback to when we were talking about mandolin slicers. And it's a video by Booby Clapper, who we've featured a bunch.
Love her.
10 questions to ask yourself before you invest in a mandolin slicer. Where in my home can I store this such that it will be out of reach from small children and animals? Where in my home can I store this such that it will be out of reach from me? Do I spend enough time chopping vegetables that it makes any sense for me to spend any amount of money to expedite that process? When was my last tetanus shot? Does my health insurance cover emergency room visits? How squeamish am I? If it takes me 60 seconds on average to cut a cucumber using just a knife, and 30 seconds on average to cut a cucumber using a mandolin slicer, but I cut off the tip of my middle finger the first time that I used my mandolin slicer, and I'll have to spend about 6 hours over the course of 2 weeks tending to that wound, how many cucumbers do I have to cut using the mandolin slicer to make up for that time? Can you return a used mandolin slicer? Can you return a used mandolin slicer that has human DNA on it? How much blood is in the human body? How much blood can the human body lose before it causes serious health consequences? Are you considering, even a little bit, not using the little safety holder to protect your fingers while you're using your mandolin slicer? Do you really even need your fingertips?
I hope she heals. She almost cut off her middle finger with the mandolin. So that's some serious business. Word to the wise, just be careful. I don't own a mandolin, so I would definitely cut myself.
I do, and Ivan cut his thumb on our mandolin once. It was a nasty.
Nasty. The other thing that's been on my For You page are these Do Re Mi videos. Have you been getting them?
I saw the one about Charlie Puth doing it.
Do, re,
Yeah, he did a great job.
Did you know he just got married?
No, I didn't.
He got
had
married
some
to like a
secret
family
wedding?
friend in New Jersey.
Oh, wow. Thanks for the invite, Charlie
Yeah,
Puth.
Charli.
Wow. Yeah, he was really good at it. My delusion is that I actually think I'd be good at it when I know I have a terrible voice, but I want to try it. Have you tried it?
No. Have you tried the one or understand the one that's like people cutting a watermelon?
No, I haven't seen that.
I always see it, but it's probably a tongue because it's always like doing this filter, but I'm a lesbian, and I'm like, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Is it a
probably
game?
like how you can move your mouth in order to make it's like one of these filters
To make the watermelon move?
to make the watermelon be sliced.
Oh, I see.
So you're probably going like
Yes, as Catalina. This is a podcast in audio, but the visual is Catalina just sticking her tongue out multiple times.
Okay, I have tragic news that I learned on TikTok.
Yeah, this came across my For You page too. Other creators were talking about it.
So I saw a video by My Legal Era.
I just received the worst news ever in my entire life. Whole Foods is discontinuing the berry chantilly cake that we all know and love. I literally get a slice on a weekly basis religiously. I spend my whole week looking forward to it. And I went in today and there were no slices. And I asked the guy if they were making more. He was like, oh, we actually changed the recipe. We don't do it like that anymore. And I was like, what do you mean that you changed the recipe? It was like, now they're sending to us frozen. There's no more fruit in the middle. And I was like, why would they do that? Literally, why would they do that? Not only are they taking the fruit out, they're increasing the price. Make it make sense. Only real berry chantillies that are left are the full cakes. So here I am with my full cake. I'm gonna try not to eat it all today, and I want to see if I can freeze it maybe so I can save my pieces, but he said it might not work because it's a whipped cream. Anyways, Whole Foods, if you see this, I'm really, really disappointed. I think all of America is disappointed, and you should reverse your decision. Thank you.
They're no longer going to be selling the pre-cut slices, which doesn't affect me in any way, but I did have berry chantilly cake for the first time February of last year. And I was like, where has this been my whole life? And then it's been popping up. And now I think they're going to bring it back because people are mad.
Because, yes, it's become viral. I have not had this cake at Whole Foods either, but I want to try it now. They're definitely going to bring it back.
It's so good. I texted our friend Stephanie, who now no longer works for Whole Foods, but used to work for Whole Foods. And she was like, yeah, it's a bad move.
Bad move. Whole Foods, fix it. Another food, drink related item on TikTok in this section is a video by @Garen_music.
The English are trying to steal our culture again. They're trying to sell traditional Irish Chinese spice bags. The Chinese made these for us, the Irish people, because we thought their food was a bit too exotic. They've made it all weird as well. Look at the options. Tandoori chicken. That's racist. Tandoori is Indian, and doner meat, that's Middle Eastern. Pick a fucking culture. A vegan option. There is nothing less Irish than a vegan option. There's no meat alternatives in Ireland. If you don't want to eat a cow, you're just going to have to settle for a stupider animal. Maybe somebody from Carlow, you could eat them. I'm only joking, Carlow. I bet the English aren't even serving it in a bag. They probably give it to you in one of these. They probably eat it with a fork as well instead of God's fork. It starts with spice bags, then they'll be shipping off our women, then they'll be shipping off our good-looking men. That won't fill a boat. Follow me on Delicious.
We've featured this guy before. I like him.
Yeah.
He has good Ireland humor.
So what is this? It's
a spice bag.
It's a spice bag, which I've never seen or gotten.
I've obviously, but girl, when I guess I have been to Ireland, but I sure as shit did not know what a spice bag was.
Yeah, no, neither did I.
The weirdest thing I did in Ireland was I was living in Spain at the time, and I showed up and I met my friend's parents and I double kissed them.
Like a European kiss on the cheek?
2 kisses on the cheek.
Left, right?
And they were like,
on the same cheek?
No, like the Spanish do. One on each cheek. And they were just
That's fine.
shell shocked by the touching.
It wasn't an air double kiss.
No.
It was you
Frenched
touched
them.
their cheek.
Anyway.
That is disturbing.
So yeah, during that trip, I recall having some sort of sausages. Oh, I do recall having soft-boiled eggs, which was like a revolution to me. I went and I bought like an egg holder afterwards. So, it doesn't take much to impress me. But no, never heard of a spice bag until on TikTok I saw Lizzo was looking for a vegan spice bag one time. And then I Googled spice bag. But I hadn't really made the connection that they're considered Chinese food.
Yeah, so my question is, if you order Chinese food in Ireland, it's coming with a spice bag, I guess, every time?
I think it's more like it's on the menu. Like you can order it.
Oh, I see.
It doesn't just like come. It's not like wonton strips.
Right.
It's like you have to explicitly request the spice bag.
The spice bag.
Yeah. Would you eat this?
I'm still not fully sure what it tastes like or the consistency.
Let's just
it looks like
Google it.
nuts to me.
No, it's like seasoned French fries.
Oh, I would definitely eat it.
Let's read a description.
It looks like it has a great crunch, but it does look like a nut.
Okay. All right. Are you ready? It consists of deep fried salt and chili chips as in French fries.
Oh, yeah.
Salt and chili chicken, usually shredded, occasionally balls or wings. Red and green peppers, sliced chili peppers, fried onions, and a variety of spices. You know what this is kind of like when you get those Szechuan dishes that are chicken with the Szechuan peppercorns and the peppers and things like that. Like my guess is, this is me just totally hypothesizing, but my guess is whoever made this might have been trying to make that type of Szechuan dish appealing to the Irish. Another thing actually is there's a Chinese place in down the street from me that's really good called Northeast Chinese, which then wouldn't be Szechuan, and they have a few like fried fried tofu dish that has like the same sort of spice mix and carrots and peppers, and this is not like like a American Chinese takeout place. It's more like regional cuisine. So I think this obviously does draw from, it's a fusion.
Yeah. I just really need to read part of the Wikipedia page for the spice bag. It says, the dish has developed something of a cult following, and a Facebook group created as a tribute to the dish has attracted over 17,000 members. It is often cited as a popular hangover cure. It was voted Ireland's favorite takeaway dish in the 2020 Just Eat National Takeaway Awards in the Republic of Ireland, while in 2021, Deliveroo Ireland.
Deliveroo, Dina.
Deliveroo. Wow, can't read. Started a petition to create a national spice bag day. The dish is not as common in Northern Ireland. Wow.
Well, that's because the Brits.
Yeah, okay.
I would definitely eat this, no questions.
For sure.
I don't prefer a floppy fry, but I would just have to go to like a good spot.
But it looks like the other things around it have a crunch, so maybe you eat it together and it's floppy and crunchy. Makes up for
the two
flop.
genders, floppy and crunchy.
If you had to pick, would you be floppy or would you be crunchy?
I like to be a little prickly.
I think I'd be floppy. It'd just be flexible,
Well, that's why we're friends.
Okay, let us move on to fashion. Which is weird, I usually don't get the fashion videos, but I got a video by one Ohio model.
You can say what you want. Those Stockholm style white girls over in Sweden, they're going to get their snaps from me every time they put it on.
Automatically, then I go and I look up what is Stockholm style. And Stockholm style to me is just girls in sweaters. It's what you wear in the fall.
It's a capsule wardrobe.
It's nothing special.
It's just like simple. No.
Simple.
I think that Miranda Priestley or whoever her name is in Devil Wears Prada would like tear you a new one if you called.
Well, because I don't really understand
I'm
fashion.
sure
so I look at it and I say it's girls in sweaters.
For me, I would say it's like neutrals, a lot of neutrals, not really prints.
Colors. Yeah.
And a lot of oversized
comfy
capsule wardrobe. But comfy but sleek.
Yes. Stockholm style leans on a minimalist approach but adds its own touch. Scandi girls' wardrobes are filled with great individual pieces that can easily be mixed and matched to create super chic
Yeah,
outfits.
a capsule wardrobe.
Yeah.
I am the opposite of Stockholm style. Stockholm syndrome.
Your Stockholm syndrome.
I just like love a flare item too much.
I think I aspire to have Stockholm style because I do love a comfy sweater and I wear jeans to work mostly all the time, but I'd like to look asleep.
I think it's a
I don't know.
little, I don't want to say boring because I think the people who do it look really good. I think
Well,
that
my style
our
is boring.
interpretation of it would be far more frumpy.
That's why I'm saying I would aspire to Stockholm style instead of my usual frump.
I like it. I admire it. I would like some like Stockholm pieces, but I like a flare.
Let's move on to celebrity. In this section, we got to talk about P. Diddy. It's been somewhat on my For You page. I feel like, Catalina, you've been getting slammed with this content.
I've been getting a lot of it. It's probably because I'm like liking it and watching it all the way through and sending it. It's just another instance of TikTok acting as a news platform. I'm definitely learning a lot. I just saw one video that was going through old Getty images, which was interesting because in our group chat with friend of the pod, Ashley, she sent us links to, they're publicly available, like former Getty images of the white parties that people are wondering, like, is this when the so-called freak-offs happened? I've also seen a lot of lawyers doing deep dives on this, which is also why today I watched a 14-minute long video of a woman who works at University of Michigan Law talking viewers through the problems with an applicant's application.
What does that have to do with P. Diddy?
Well, I think because I've been watching Lawyers, and so now I think I want to be a lawyer. And I'm like, I fully have a PhD and am a professor, but like, sure, I'll watch about how to get into law school. Another thing that obviously is happening is there's rampant speculation. So people are naming names, they're speculating who's involved with it. People are speaking on unnecessary authority on who is going to be implicated in the trial. And I just got to say, let's wait until the trial to see what happens. But it is, as usual, a good source for information collection because there's a lot of people who are doing like recap videos. So I was able to hear about when he was denied bail and all of that. So it's been interesting, obviously very upsetting. Then something actually that just occurred to me is a couple of people have come forward on TikTok to like publicly denounce other people in the music industry who have sexually assaulted them. That's sort of like a wave of
it's like the Me Too wave. It's like the Harvey Weinstein thing. It's just, for me, it's really sad that it's taken this long because it's these things that are just kind of known in the industry. Like the Harvey Weinstein stuff was known in the industry for so many years, and like, thank God it's taken care of now. But like, why does it need to take this long?
Well, I mean, and that's what most of the people are saying. They're like, this is just an open secret, and
exactly. People knew, and it just was allowed to go on. But it's great that now, I mean, hopefully this turns a leaf and people won't have to
But it's like, I just saw a whole one about like the Kim Kardashian moms, Corey Gamble. This whole thing about like speculating about Corey Gamble's involvement. So there's so much speculation. There's a lot about like Jay-Z and Beyonce and stuff.
Yeah. And J-Lo.
Oh, there's a lot about
J-Lo.
Yeah. Basically, anyone who's been photographed with him is currently like under the microscope. So
yeah, I've been getting videos of people who used to work in the music industry. So people telling stories about their time. The one that I watched, it was a really long video, but at the end of the day, she was like, thank God someone told me that I should leave parties early and only have 2 drinks. And I listened to that person and I was fine.
Yeah. I mean, you wonder as well about some of these things that are just so normalized. So when criminal activity is happening, it's not experienced as criminal, like the people who live it don't perceive it as criminal activity. I just think about the times that like really crazy stuff has happened to me. Not like obviously not a freak off with P. Diddy, but like I don't know, like you get in the 2 times on a bike that I've been hit by a car, my immediate reaction has been like I did something wrong and to like run away. And so when you're having these like traumatic, like shocking experiences, oftentimes you think something is wrong with you.
Of
right?
course,
Like you
exactly.
doubt
It's normalized.
your understanding of the situation, which if you want to give some of these people grace, it's like maybe they didn't really realize like how messed up all of this
How
was.
messed up it was.
But you know, other ones who were like directly doing it are clearly not great.
Yeah, and 50 Cent has been in the news a lot because he's sort of been saying all along, like people are posting back. Years ago, he posted about the lotions, and now it's come out that they've confiscated
the baby oil?
thousands of lotion. Yeah, the baby oil.
I've seen a lot of
so
videos about the baby oil. Dina, if someone confiscated like a very large amount, let's make this comical. If someone confiscated a very large amount of things from your house, what would be the shocking thing that they confiscated from your house? And why is it plastic water bottles?
Wait a second. I have 2 on my desk right now because I was on set, so I just took some leftover ones. But yeah, I know it's not right, but I just have a lot of plastic water bottles.
I just got really worried the other day about microplastics and started emailing, like texting
me. I know. I mean, we're all fucked.
I mean, microplastics, like we're not getting away from microplastics, but
yeah,
get a water bottle.
I have, but then I got a water bottle that was giving me an allergic reaction, so I was nervous. So it's just really the easiest thing in my life is to have.
What were you allergic to?
I was getting like all these mouth issues. I guess the metal. I don't know. It just wasn't great for me.
Wow.
So I need a plastic water bottle. So maybe like a Nalgene.
I have a Nalgene, but I feel like that doesn't really help the microplastics part. But I think it does help the environment part maybe a little.
True.
Anyway, let's move on.
My dermatologist told me I should get a glass bottle, and I can't carry glass around. I'll break it.
That's like that TikTok that was the girl like trying to get us to use Bon Maman jars as our water bottles. And you were like, yeah, this is a great idea. And then I can throw it away. And I was like, that's literally the opposite of the point.
Okay. Our final topic is brands on TikTok, and this has been all over my For You page. It's Nutter Butter, and I just want to share one of their videos. It's the official Nutter Butter account, and it's a stitch.
Nutter Butter, are you guys okay? Yes.
Okay, so now we should share a video by Undiscovered Hand Model.
Hey, I work in marketing and I work with brands, and so I just wanted to give my little 2 cents on the Nutter Butter thing. Everyone's talking about their TikTok, and if you don't understand their TikTok, it's because it's not for you, because they're going after a younger generation of people that like that style of TikToks that looks like my teenagers' TikToks that they make as a joke. It's all a joke. Look at Slim Jim's Instagram and tell me that you didn't just walk into the gas station, proverbially, that you're about to buy your beef stick from. Look at Liquid Death stuff. Goldfish. They actually started marketing bigger goldfish and different flavors to appeal to the generation, which is fine, that grew up with goldfish. It's all like, you know, they're just appealing to a new crowd. If you don't like Nutter Butter's TikTok, then you don't get it.
So I think they're doing a great job. And yes, they're appealing to a younger audience. And immediately I said that this reminds me of Elite TikTok, which was my old account that I think you visited recently. It probably still has like 40,000 followers.
Dina, you still have 47,000 followers.
Wow,
you should
almost
start
50.
posting again.
I should, yeah. But it was just so much work. Influencers have it tough, actually. It's a lot of work to post videos and just be up on it.
Yeah, especially if you have to talk about your life all the time. It's like, ugh, my life is so
well,
lame.
That's why I like the Elite TikTok account, because I just talked about Elite TikTok, which for those who don't know, it was just a bunch of high school people pretending to be either brands or colors or inanimate objects, and they would all make videos together and interact with each other.
Very generous.
True, probably middle school. And there was a New York Times article about it, and that's what gave me the idea to kind of aggregate all the videos and report on them. And it was fun. The children loved it, which is so creepy.
Well, it was also
But
a really
I had a lot of fans.
It was also a really good model because you didn't, it was kind of like when Jake Shane got popular because he didn't have to come up with all of his prompts. The audience came up with the prompts. So your viewers were just like, talk about me, talk
Commenting.
about
Yeah,
me,
talk
or
about
talk
me,
about
like-
beige and white, like
Yeah,
dating.
beige and white are dating.
And
Yeah.
then I think that Elite TikTok must have died down when real brands
did.
got on TikTok, because that was one of your last videos, was about like, is the arrival of actual brands on TikTok indicative of the end of Elite TikTok?
And
But now
was.
it's kind of full circle.
It is full circle because the Nutter Butter account is doing what a lot of these kids do. It's basically just a style, and it's the way to describe it. It's really grungy, and it's really fast cuts. Like the sound, it's sort of scary.
It's a little bit like early internet, like when we used to
oh,
watch
exactly.
like, the hamster singing about like, I like the moon.
You're right.
It's like that. Yeah, it's very haphazard, not very well, intentionally not well designed. It's like they did it in paint, you know?
Paint. Yeah, exactly.
I was just thinking you should do a update where you use that audio that's like, I'm an international super spy. That's the one that people are using to show like who their real persona is. And you should call out Nutter Butter for being an elite TikToker.
It's definitely someone who was on that side of TikTok. I should be like, who were you? Were you Glash Quisha?
Who's that?
Someone. There was like a water who was very popular on Elite TikTok.
Dina, I really think you should get back on Elite TikTok because now that the Creator Fund is going, you could earn some money.
Oh, I think I earned like $12 back in the day.
Yeah, earn more.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's 2024.
My side hustle. Anyway,
shall we wrap
up? Is that it for this week?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, Dina needs to get off of we need to stop recording so Dina can go make some Elite TikToks and make some real money.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for listening. Ugh, these sirens are going. I don't know if you hear them, but it's the UN week. It's been horrible.
How dare they?
So we'll end with that.
How dare they unite the nations?
They've closed down all of the streets. Anyway, we will be back next week.
Bye.
Thank you.